We're recording.
Yay! Okay, awesome, guys. I'm going to share my screen with you guys and share our weekly shout outs. I want to shout you guys out before we hop into our team call, just to recognize everybody that's working really, really hard on their businesses. So to kind of kick it off, you will see 10 faces up here, and these are the top 10 producers, basically the top 10 volume from both of our teams. So people that are on here are the people that are really helping other people change their lives. They're adding new clients to their team. They're helping people get started with a challenge pack or Shakeology or Beachbody on demand, no matter where it's at in terms of our product lineup. So on this board, you will see myself, Sarah, Courtney, Melissa, Tina's up there, Jessica, Haley, Selena, Mickey, and Nicole. All of you guys totally crushed it this past week, so we want to make sure that we shout out all of you guys out. So congrats to those of you guys that are on our top producers leaderboard, and make sure that you guys are shouting each other out in the chat as well. Next up, I want to shout out all of our recruiting rock stars. Haley, I know you're driving, but Haley, on the top of that leaderboard with adding 2 new coaches to her team, as well as Selena with 2 N's. Sorry about that. And Sarah, so shout out to all of you guys with your recruiting this past week, adding girls to your team. And then lastly, as we kind of close out June, I want to kind of just show you guys where we are in terms of our Success Club leaderboard, the people that are on the board so far with helping people get started with some sort of challenge pack, or maybe getting them started with Performance Line or Shakeology, whether that's a client or a coach on their team. This is where we are for the month of June with Success Club. So both myself and Sarah are at Success Club 8. So we are officially in Success Club, pushing for Success Club 10, maybe 20 before we close out the month. And then there's a bunch of people that have already helped at least one person and are already on the board. So Selena, Melissa, Crystal, Jessica, Jenny, Haley, and Courtney, all of you guys have at least changed one life so far in June. And we want you guys to know, no matter where you are, whether you are on this leaderboard right now, you're in Success Club, you're like, oh shoot, I'm not even there yet. It's totally fine as long as you're willing to put in the effort. So what I know is that there's been plenty of months in the past where I've been sitting here, what day is it? The 26th of the month, and I'm like, oh shoot, I got a lot of work to do. Like, I'm looking at myself right now and I'm like, I got a lot of work to do. And guess what? You have plenty of time to still be reaching out to people, to invite them, to follow up with them. We still have the $140 challenge pack promo to offer to people that want to get started now. They will even get a discount next month whenever they want to do Morning Meltdown to kind of unlock that program. They'll get actually a promo code, which is a brand new thing that they are announcing they're kind of doing for Morning Meltdown. So if you're not up here yet, or you're not at your goal that you want to be at yet, because I'm not either. I know Sarah would speak for herself. She's like, we're not where we want to be yet, but guess what? We still have plenty of days to change lives, plenty of time for you to do those messages and reach out to people, but you have to put in the effort. Does that make sense? So I want to shout out all of you guys that are here, but I want you guys to know, push until June 30th at midnight. Like, you have a lot of time to still be reaching out to people and still be changing lives. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that. And now I'm going to hand it over to Sarah, who's going to do an epic team call with us tonight. So I'm really, really excited. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so we can just kind of hand it over to her.
Yay, I'm so excited. I'll say that again since I was muted. I know we also have some people on here that are from Brittany's team, so I'm super excited to welcome all of you guys on here tonight. What's up, Taylor? And actually, I do want to recognize Taylor. I'm pretty sure it was you yesterday when I posted that thing up in our Emerald Push group when I was like, y'all need to check in. And you were like, boom, 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 boom. And you just went and you fired off and like did all the things in like a hot second.
I was like, shit, I'm getting called out right now. Like, I was like, I gotta get my shit together.
It was awesome. I was super impressed by you. So thank you for doing that. And I did say this in that group today, you guys, that in total intention for you that are in that group was just to really show you guys to make sure that you're taking advantage of everything in those groups and not missing out on the things, because sometimes we get into it and we lose things. So that way was my way of just being like, what's going on? Are y'all checked in? Are y'all checked out? And for you, it was like, dang, like I missed that. I need to do it. And like, it wasn't so much me being like, you guys suck. So I really appreciated you taking that time in that moment. And a bunch of other people on here did that too, and immediately checked in. So that was awesome. So what I'm going to chat with you guys tonight about, and Christine, like this is not something that I have like written down notes crazy and prepared for. So anything that you want to like jump in and jive in or things that you like, please do that before you jump off and go be a celebrity. I'm so like fangirling on you right now. So the first thing, guys, I can't see a lot of you guys. It's not really my favorite way to interact with people. So if there's any way that you guys can put your cameras back on so I can see that you're actually engaged and that you're actually like either taking notes or things like that. Thanks, Amanda. That means so much to me. Hi, Tina, oh, little baby. But what I really want from you guys right now is we're going to be talking about overcoming your mindset. And the reason we're doing that is because that is the one thing that's going to hold you back in this business. And the reason I'm saying that is because when I think about some of the top coaches in the network, like think about Emily Faber for a second, okay? She was a discount coach for a super long time. And by discount coach, I mean, she was still in the team pages and she was wallflowering and she was looking at stuff, but she wasn't really doing it, very much a dabbler and then totally doing nothing, then dabbling and then doing nothing. And the thing was for her was that she had that one moment of, okay, I'm going to do the dang thing. And for her, it usually comes down to something changing in your life. So for me, like I really had to have that aha moment with myself where I was like, what is it that I specifically want in my life? How do I picture my life to be? And something that's important is that I don't want you ever to think of something as being big. As soon as you think of something as being big, it suddenly becomes super unattainable. And when your brain starts to process that way, your brain, oh, Haley just got out of her car. How was your drive? So I think she's smiling. So literally when you guys are thinking about something that is big in your life, automatically your brain is going to process that as this is a big thing. Like I have a dream car. If that is a dream car, it is ultimately going to remain a dream in your mind. So putting a vision out there of like, I'm going to have a Range Rover, or I'm going to be making an income of $100,000 minimum, or I will make 13 grand a week, hashtag Angie Belmar, holy shit goals. You know what I mean? So like the thing is, you can do these things because if you think of all these amazing women that are here, that are mentoring us, that are giving us the tools to do the things, at some point in time, they were where we were when we have a mental block of thinking that we can't do something. And us being at the end of the month, and it being a Wednesday today, where rank rolls over. And a lot of you, I know, because I've been there. I was that girl. I love that Amanda's dedicated and driving to work, or driving home. So I know I've been that girl where it's like, oh my God, the pressure's on. Oh my gosh, rank rolls over today. Oh my gosh, success level's coming. Oh my gosh, this is coming. I'm not where I want to be. I'm not ready to get there. And as soon as you start telling yourself, I'm not, or I can't, or I'm behind, you will consistently stay there. So instead of getting frustrated with yourself, or instead of overanalyzing what needs to be done, peel back your layers and make it simple. What are the things that you guys come here to do? So I want you guys to drop down in the chat box here, why did you start coaching? What was your main intention? And if it was to make money, that is okay. Do not ever shame yourself for the things that you want. If you decided that you wanted to coach because you wanted to make an income, that's okay. Drop that in the comments. If you said that you wanted to become a coach because you wanted to help inspire other people to live a healthier life, drop that in the comments because I want to know. Because the thing is, that is the reason, that is your why you need to manifest. And those are the things that you need to put into your business. And those are the things that need to shine through your social media to attract your tribe and to help you hit your goals. So Christine says, let's be real, the discount at first, and then to focus on my own health, fitness, get results, and help other people. Also to help other people feel as good as I did when I started. You get that breastfeeding baby, you do it, Tina. Yeah, make sure he gets all the nutrients. That's great. Sorry, I'm so weird, guys. Lexi says to have a mobile job so that my boyfriend joins the military, I can move with him. That really fuels my soul. That was like really touching. I love that so much. Also paying off your student debt. And then Jenny's like to inspire other people, live my best life. I'm sure there are a bunch of other things that are coming here. I'm going to read them as they come in because I know that when people catch this recording, you guys aren't able to read this. So Myra says, I became a coach because I wanted to help people get results. Before joining, I was struggling to freelance coach, and I got certified a year ago. Girlfriend, I was there with you when it comes to freelance coaching and personal training. So those are just a couple to name a few. As they pop up, I'll read a couple. The thing is, guys, whatever your reason was to get started as a coach, those are the things you need to channel into your social media. So Taylor says to live a healthier life for myself, as well as make extra money while being able to still have time to spend with my boyfriend. Absolutely, guys. I just ran a sneak peek yesterday where my entire day I was driving around with my husband, running errands in his truck. I set my phone up in his truck and did all my lives in his truck while he was in returning things like that. Like, you have to make sure that you are showing people throughout your day-to-day life and throughout your social media how you implement coaching into your life. Because the biggest struggle I find that people have when they start coaching is that they start making coaching their life instead of bringing coaching into their life. As soon as you allow coaching to take over your life and you start obsessing over the fact that you feel like you need to do the things instead of obsessing over the way to help people change their lives and to help inspire people and still live a happy, fulfilled life. That's when you start getting overwhelmed. Does that make sense to some of you guys? Because I know I've definitely done that, where I've been like, I'm now officially up till 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm almost like half asleep, and the things I'm doing aren't actually getting me anywhere. Or if I start sending invitations to somebody and I'm not motivated because I feel like I just have to do it, and then that's unauthentic when you're sending a message to somebody. But if I just finish a workout and I'm jiving off my pre-workout and I'm feeling good, my music's playing in the background, I'm in a much better state to just talk to people and authentically share about the opportunity. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, and then I've got Amanda here saying, I became a coach because it is going to hold me accountable for my fitness goals, and it gives me the extra money so I can do more with my girls. 110%. So now what I'm going to do, guys, is I want to know who on here is working full-time or working part-time. I want you guys to drop down in the comments or give me a hands up here so I know how many of you guys are actually working. I know I'm a full-time coach. I know Christine's a full-time coach. If any of you guys are full-time coaches, stay-at-home moms, let me know. Full-time mom is a job also, by the way, guys. So here's the thing, is that I met a girl. Her name's Carolee. I met her at NLC, okay? So at NLC, that's the New Leadership Conference. It's also where I met Brittany for the first time in person, obsessed. And when she was there, she was someone I met in the airport. I ran into her a couple of times. Didn't really know who she was. Okay, yeah, look, I've got full-time, part-time. For now, I've got all that in there, which is amazing. So when I met her, she told me that she only works 1 to 2 hours a day on her business, max. Like, that is it. That's all she does. Lex, you look beautiful. The reason she does that is because her goal of becoming a coach was about that she wanted more time with her family, and she was not going to sacrifice her time with her family to run her business. She's like, I'm not growing as fast as other coaches are that started the same time that I did. She's like, but I'm a 2-star diamond coach. I was able to open a second business center, because when you become a 2-star diamond coach, you can open a second business center, which means that you technically have a second you, a Sarah 2.0 or a Taylor 2.0 or Amanda 2.0. And then you can also just build that business center to help you make extra income. And she said, I only did that by working 1 to 2 hours a day. And I said, how the heck did you do that? Because in my mind, I'm a psychopath that loves this biz, and all I do is I'm a hustle. Husband, get in my room, hustle. That's what I do, right? Now, I also built my business exceptionally fast. So that's for her, and I had that conversation where she was like, girlfriend, you did what I did in 2 years, almost 3 years, in 1 year, less than 1 year, in 7 months, right? So the thing is, she only focuses on the business building activities and showing up on social media. Yeah, it's Carolee. So for her, she says, I focus on how many connections I can make in a day. And in my mindset, I share with people that the reason I only put 2 hours in a day is because I want to spend time with my family. And today on her social media, she shared that exact thing. Okay. So what she shared was, today I went on a field trip with my kids. Today, I got to go on there and hold their hands. And today, I felt like the best mom ever because I didn't get to miss out on that. I don't even have children. And when I listened to that story today, I immediately was like, damn, like that just hit me and connected with me, because I was like, I don't even have kids, but I know I want to have kids. And me watching her makes me want to do what she's doing so that I can do that when I have children. Right? And it was very, very simple. It wasn't like 10 stories deep. It was just, today I went on a field trip with my kids, and it felt so good, because it's exactly why I started doing this business, so I could have those moments. It can be that simple. You don't have to constantly be sharing just your workouts. You don't have to constantly be sharing a recipe. Sometimes you will connect with the people that are watching you just by sharing a win in your life, just by sharing a simple struggle, and just by sharing how coaching has helped you overcome those things. Does that make sense, guys? So I want you guys to kind of take a minute here and think about something that coaching has given you that you never thought you would get. Really think about it. And then I want you to write down the comments. So you as a friend, I never thought I'd get all these friends either, my heart. Oh, yeah. But like, seriously, think about it. Because for me, one of my biggest things was I never freaking ever thought that I would go on a cruise, paid, take my husband. Like, shit. I'm still like blown away by that. Like, when we went on the cruise, guys, Christine and my husband sat down together, and her husband like talked to my husband and was like, I'm so proud of our wives. I'm so thankful for our wives. And like, I never thought in my wildest dreams that would happen. So I've got hanging with girls, love you guys, same. A way to cope with depression and anxiety. Jessica, yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I'd say like 80 to 90% of my girls all have anxiety because you attract your tribe. Allah, it gets as confident as I seem, guys. I have savage anxiety. I couldn't sleep last night because I was just like thinking about Success Club and thinking about all these things. But then I'm just like, breathe. You have such an amazing gift to share with people. And if you manifest that and share that with people, then that's what's going to shine through, right? Same with Samira, anxiety and depression. Guys, you're on my team page. Samira did a live on my team page this week that was literally fire. And that girl could hardly talk into a camera when we first met her. Like, you learn so much, right? Brock and Sarah, like, wait, we eat all this food and not pay for it? Yeah, we were like that. Brock and I are very like simple country people. We were on the cruise and we were like, so we can like eat this and you don't have to pay for it? So I can eat pizza all week? Really? And alcohol? What? Like, it was just like, it was crazy. Like, we had so much fun with that, right? Community is great. That's what Jenny said. So guys, there's so much more that you can give to people. So here are the things that I've had when I've spoken with some top leaders in the business. So that would be, and we've got 5 minutes here to lose our celebrity. So Angie and Andre, I was talking to, and a couple of my coaches have been on a call with them before. And the tangible things that they said to me to help you move your business forward was, you need to be a prospecting machine, and you need, prospecting beast and a content making machine. So you want to constantly be thinking about how you can share what you're doing in a day that inspires people, inspiring, educating, and entertaining people, okay? And then also you want to make sure that in any moment where you can create content, like taking a photo of yourself, if your hair looks nice for the first time, and like, who knows how freaking long, you think I took 1,000 photos today? Because I freaking did, things like that, and just put them all into an album. So another day when you need a picture, when you're not looking super cute, you can use that, right? Allow yourself to save yourself time later on by exactly stockpiling photos, like Christine said. So when it's going to come down to your mindset right now, I want you guys to take a minute to think about the goals that you've received from people, or people that have shown interest to you before, or people that maybe you've reached out to and you feel like, oh my gosh, I screwed that up, right? Like, I know I've got a lot of people that I'm like, shit, was I too early on the invite? Or like, oh my gosh, did I ask that person in a weird way? Or did I say something wrong because they're not responding to me? You need to remove that fear, because the thing is, if you consistently keep showing up every single day for yourself on social media, even if that person said no to you, it just means no, not yet. And don't ever feel like you can't follow up with them. And so here's where we're going to turn things around. And I want to hand this off to Christine in a second, because I want her to say some final words before she goes off to be a celebrity. But like, quite literally, I want you to think about, are you following up with people on a month-to-month basis for the people that say no to you? Or are you just completely like exiling them? Because the thing is, it's 10 times more weird to go and follow up with somebody 6 months down the road than it is to follow up with them on a month-to-month basis. And I've done it. I've gone back and followed up with people after a couple months, because I go back, I'm like, hey, so nice to connect with you again. I like this on your page. How are things going? You can easily reconnect by just looking at things on their page and 5-3 them, liking 5 photos, commenting on 3, sending them a message, right? So biggest thing when you're reconnecting with people is, even if they say no, make sure you still write them down. Say, hey, girlfriend, no worries. I'll connect with you later on. Or like, we'll chat next month, or we'll do something. Like, always let them know to expect you're going to reach out to them again. Or like, hey, no worries, girl, we'll keep in touch, right? Give them the anticipation that you will reach back out to them regardless of what they say. If someone says, I'll follow up with you, that to me always is like, they ain't going to ever message me. But I say, no, don't worry about it, girlfriend. I'll reach out to you in a month. Chat soon, right? Put that expectation out there for them to know that you are going to stay in contact with them, so that when you go to reach out to them, you're feeling more comfortable. So allow yourself to set yourself up for a comfortable situation. Does that make sense, guys? Well, Christine, do you want to say anything before you hop off there?
I loved so much of what you said. I actually was like, I need to get out notes and write this stuff down. So if you guys aren't writing down the nuggets that Sarah's sharing, make sure that you guys are doing that, because sometimes you just like hear one thing that you might have heard before, but it's really impactful. So one of the things that I really took away from what Sarah's already said is that sometimes we overcomplicate what we have to do, and we just need to get back to the basics. And the basics might be for you just getting out your business activity tracker and being like, am I doing these things, or am I like so worried about scrolling on Instagram where I'm making the perfect video or the perfect post or making all these stories or doing all these things, but like, have I talked to anybody today? Like, are you doing the things that you think are the business building activities, but they really aren't? So there's like two forms of activities, like the business building, the revenue generating, the income producing activities, which are just the business activity tracker. And then all that other stuff that we get in our head about that we're like, well, if I could do this for more hours, I'd have more time. If you just start with the tracker, I feel like you'll not only feel more productive, but your business will actually go like this. So I would always start there. So if you have to get back to the basics, if you're like, I need to get things moving, start there. And I think that you'll find a little bit more success versus just opening up Instagram or opening up Facebook, because you kind of go down a rabbit hole, because I do the same thing. And then I loved what you said about kind of just flipping your mindset in terms of what you can do in the time that you do have versus what you can't do in the time that you don't have. So if you're looking at the month and you're like, oh my gosh, I only have 4 days. You have 4 days. Like, that's a lot of time to talk to a lot of people. Who could you talk to today? Or if you talk to one person in the next couple of days and you just kind of shared why you got started with this, they might want to do it with you too. So if you kind of just flip your mindset sometimes, like I was feeling really overwhelmed today, and I sat down to make a post and I was like, if I just flip my mindset versus being so overwhelmed and flip it to, I'm so grateful for what I've been able to do, or the time that I do have, or the things that I'm able to do, those things kind of just really shift your mindset and make you focus on more of the positive, which then just spreads the love to the people that you're talking to as well. Because if your mindset is positive, you're going to be sharing with way more positivity and gratitude whenever you're talking to people. And then the last thing that she just said that made me write down something as well is when you're talking to people, and even if they're like, I can't join you this month, or I'm not ready to get started, guess what? You now have a free workout that you can be like, girl, I get it, but guess what? Before you go, before we stop talking, I wanted to make sure that you could at least just try one of these workouts. I just tried it this week. There's this new program launching next month. I don't even know if you're going to want to do it with me. They're going to want to. But hey, I'm just going to shoot you this like quick workout so you can try it out. Can I have your email real quick? I'll shoot it over to you. I mean, that just seems like you're not only providing value, but then you can also follow up with them in a week and be like, hey girl, I just want to check in with you. I know you're not ready to join boot camp yet. I got it. But I just wanted to see if you tried out that free workout that I sent you. I hope that you loved it. It's just that extra value add that you're providing, which I think is a really great opportunity that you have now that you maybe you didn't have last month and you were like, shoot, what should I say to them? That's a really great incentive.
I love. That was amazing. I like hearing the takeaways that you have. I'm like, yes, I provided some nuggets. This is great. This is wonderful. Are you just going to jump off, or are you going to say bye to us?
I'm so sorry. I'm going to jump off. I have to hop over to another team just to kind of chat a little bit about social media. But if you guys want to, I was planning on kind of just talking about this. Sarah and I talking about this maybe next week on our team call. It's kind of just the content that we talked to you guys about, but we can definitely do for a team call next week as well. So hope you guys have a good night. Sarah, keep crushing it.
Bye, All-Star. That's so funny. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is I really want to just chat with you guys quickly about if you have, number one, if you don't, that's okay, but does everybody on here have a challenger, or have you ever recruited a challenger before? Not yet? Okay, so we have a not yet. Yes, a yes. Some of you are brand new too, I know that as well. Okay, not yet, not yet. Yep, I have a few people. Okay, perfect. So for anyone that doesn't have a challenger yet, this is something that's going to speak to you more so as an opportunity for future. You need to repeat that, Taylor, or did you get it? That's why you're putting your earbuds in. Okay, good. All right, I didn't want you to like miss it in between. So essentially, if you currently have a challenger, and if they've gotten started with a challenge pack before, they are able to upgrade to become a coach. Were you guys aware of that? So if they're able to upgrade as a coach, they would just have to pay for their coach kit, and then they can actually apply to get a refund if they had gotten started with a challenge pack. So that's something I actually didn't know when I first got started as a coach. I thought to upgrade somebody to a coach, they had to pay for their coach kit and they had to stick to it. Guess why? Because that's what happened to me. I upgraded and I ended up having to pay for my coach kit, No, it doesn't have to be within 30 days, Lexi. I know, that's what we were told. I know, I'm blowing your mind right now. Yes, girlfriend, I found that out myself as well. So something for you guys to have a takeaway from. Some of you may not know that. You learn something new every single day. So that is something that you guys can also offer to anybody that is a current challenger of yours. Mind blown. If you guys are going to be having someone that is maybe killing it in your challenge group and you're feeling like the objection they're going to have is, I don't want to have to pay for that coach kit. If they had a challenge pack when they first got started, they can upgrade to being a coach. It doesn't have to be within their first 30 days. They can upgrade and then immediately they can apply to get that, to get their refund for their coach kit. Pretty freaking cool, right? So the thing is, if you have somebody that is currently one of your challengers that is already using the performance line or is already using Shakeology or is already using anything on Home Direct, you need to make sure you give them the opportunity to upgrade. Does that make sense? Because why wouldn't they want to save that extra 25%? So you just reach out to them and say, hey, girlfriend, I just wanted, or guy friend, I just wanted to let you know that I noticed that you're currently using this on a month-to-month basis, because you can check that in your back office. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, there is a training in the Beachbody Champions page on how to use the back office to check all the subscriptions and things like that. So you guys can go back in there and see who has subscriptions on and who's canceled their subscriptions. So you'd be able to actively see who is using things, because you may not even know, but someone could have gone ahead and bought something on Home Direct and you weren't even aware of it, and they're buying it consistently. So that's someone that you could be reaching out to. So that's always a really great opportunity for you if you're someone trying to give someone the opportunity to get started as a coach and save a little bit of money, and if you're trying to reach an emerald rank. The next thing on here is that if you are a brand new coach, or if you are a current coach that is looking to rank advance in your business, the very first thing I'm going to ask you, and I don't really have that big of a warm market, guys. So for those of you that don't have a big warm market, holla at you, that's me. But I do have some family members I was able to work with. But it was my mom and my husband were my first people that I got started with me in my business. And I literally had to just tell them, like, I need you to do this for me so that I can rank advance in my business. And it doesn't have to be forever. It's just for me to get my ball rolling so I can tap into residual income so you can actually see me starting to make more money. Because the thing is, guys, when you become an Emerald coach, you're actually able to tap into all that volume that is sitting there that you're not at. Is everybody or anybody on here pushing for Emerald or pushing to rank advance to Diamond or anything like that right now? If you are, okay, perfect. So I want you guys, I feel like Brittany's always like, give yourself permission. I'm such like a little word stealer, but Brittany always says, like, give yourself permission to be able to ask for help too. Because the thing is that when I asked, I was really scared, and I honestly, like, it changed my business. It changed my mindset. I allowed myself to see the income come in, and I allowed myself to just get over the fact that I was like, I can do this. So if you haven't reached out to anybody yet, I encourage you to reach out to them with a full heart and let them know that you really love it if they would help you. And the thing is, they can try this out for 30 days. And if it doesn't work for them, you can get a refund too. But I guarantee you, if you help somebody get started on this, if it's for workouts, if it's for nutrition, like my dad uses Shakeology every single day now, and he's a diabetic, and it has helped him immensely. So you never know how you asking a friend or family member is going to actually help them in the exact same breath. Cool? Does that make sense? Okay. So next thing I wanted to chat with you guys about, I just wanted to like glaze over that because I know a lot of you are pushing for your Emerald rank right now, is that when it comes to you thinking about your brand, okay, and some of you are like, I have a brand? What is this brand you speak of? I want you guys to tell me what you think. If you think about yourself in a nutshell, like, who do you see yourself as? Because I'm going to tell you right now that I have changed the bio in my Instagram several times. I've changed it from dog mom. I've changed it to wine lover. I've changed it to being about my Crohn's disease. I've changed it to everything. So the thing is that it's always going to be developing. It's always going to be changing. But you really want to make sure on your social media that you are portraying yourself as true as you can be. Like if you were to go and sit down with yourself and hang out with yourself, that you would be like, this is exactly what my social media looks like. This is exactly what my bio looks like. This is exactly who I am. Because I did that recently where I was like, Ain't nobody knows I drink vodka soda in the middle of the day. No one knows that until today. And in my sneak peek today, I was drinking a vodka soda. And I was like, people need to know this about me because I can't keep faking it. I can't keep telling people that I'm not drinking during the day when I am. I'm not getting drunk every single day, okay? It's not what's happening. But I'm like, I need to just be real, true, and authentic to myself. And you know what that aha moment was for me? Was my neighbor. I was hanging out with my neighbor. She's one of my clients. She was a hard nut to crack. Let me tell you. She's like, don't sell me on your stupid Beachbody shit. That's literally what she said to me. And I was just like, girl, you need this. You just had a baby. You just told me you feel like crap. And I literally said that to her. And she was like, you're right. I do feel like shit. And I was like, well, you can at least try this and I'll give you your money back if you don't like it. And she freaking loves it. So when we were sitting there, she said to me, she's like, you know what, the reason I really want to do this with you is because I know you behind social media. And I asked her, like, well, what does that mean? She's like, well, you don't show people that you're drinking all the time on the boat. You don't show people that, you know, you're having a vodka soda in the middle of the day when you walk over to visit me and my kid and you're working on your phone. You're not showing people that part of your like full-time life because she's like, that's what I know of you. And I know that you still get results, but your social media doesn't know that. Since I made that shift in my business to start like peeling back and showing people that I'm drinking a little bit more, showing people that I'm having treats a little bit more, or showing people that I'm a real person that is really having regular struggles or eating random foods or eating all these things that you can do that and have balance too. My conversations have gotten so much more natural. So I want you guys to think about like, who is Morgan? Who is Taylor? Who is Amanda? Who is Jessica? Who is Lexi, Juliana, Samira, Tina? I've got 2 Lexis on here. That was really confusing. Haley, Jenny. So really, like, what makes you you? What are the things that you are not sharing on social media? Haley shared today that she does not have her driver's license and she's out driving around basically like half illegally. You know what I mean? There's probably someone else out there that's feeling the same way. You know, is there anything that you guys can think about in your minds right now where you're like, I've never shared that. That's kind of weird. That's kind of quirky. That's kind of inappropriate. That's kind of something I shouldn't be sharing. Is there anything you can think about, guys? Because I'd love for you to share it in the comments because I'm going to tell you it's freaking cool that it's okay to be different and it's okay to do different things. It's okay to have a vodka soda in the middle of the afternoon. It's not okay to get rip roaring drunk in the middle of the afternoon and start tearing down bushes and things like that, but it's okay to have a drink. So the thing is, guys, I want you to start allowing yourself to be completely authentically yourself and being able to share that through social media. I'm such an inappropriate person. I'm not politically correct at all in real life. Have you met Ashley Molstead? She was the top coach in the network, and that woman is half drunk and swearing and screaming on her social media all of the time, and she is hilarious. Part of my brand is being a single mom, but I don't like talking about how hard it is. Girl, you got to lean into that. Do you know how many other moms out there are going to be like, hell yeah? That is like the set up perfect domain for getting people to start interacting on your stories with you. So being able to share things like, oh my gosh, like in a positive light though, that's the thing, is you don't ever want to share it in a woe is me way, but you can be like, today was really hard because of X, Y, and Z. You feel me, Ma? How about you? You know what I mean? And then getting people to interact with you because other moms are going to react that way. That is an authentic way for you to start conversations with people. And then you can dive into that conversation with them, being able to say, hey girl, like tell me about your day. You know, what did you struggle with today? Right? Or like, how is, like, if you're currently going through your divorce, that's something, I don't know if you're over that or not. I'm sorry, but like literally like, that's something you can go through with people. Like I talk to people all the time about previously abusive relationships. And I talk about how I used to not treat my body with respect. Therefore, I was in toxic relationships. And now I'm in a better place. I found love and I've been able to like get married and all these things. But I went through this hard time, went through therapy. And the amount of times I talk to people and they're like, I never would have thought you went through therapy. And I've been thinking about doing it, or I'm going through therapy right now. It's like, I'm not out there to be anyone's therapist, but I know that through health and fitness and exercise in this community, it lifts people up, right? So being able to put those things out there, or like, even if you're someone that has anxiety, saying like, oh my gosh, today was really tough, but I got my workout in and feeling much better. and then you like hashtag anxiety problems. Anybody else have anxiety? Right? That's a positive way of putting a spin on things and still putting out things that you're struggling with in your lives, right? To allow people to have permission to say, yes, oh my gosh, me too. I can't believe she's got anxiety. If they're watching your stories, they are emotionally invested in you and they want to know what's happening in your life and they want to connect with you. That's why people watch stories. I built my entire business through Instagram stories, 110%. Let's see what here. Haley said she had a struggle. Absolutely. Taylor said, I swear a lot and I'm a self-proclaimed country bumpkin. Girl, rock that shit. Like, do it. Sorry, I swear a lot all the time too. But you can put that stuff out there. It's totally okay. Like, you can even say, you can be like, put a hashtag on it or something. Like, warning, I'm about to swear before you say it so people know. So their sound's not on maybe if they're around their enfants, like Tina's little enfants that are there. So don't be scared to be raw and authentically yourself. And don't be scared to start conversations with people when it comes to something that's not about fitness. Because sometimes we feel like we have to lead with fitness. And sometimes we feel like the only time that we have to talk to people is if they're interested in our boot camp or they're interested in a coaching sneak peek. But I'll tell you right now, I got started with Beachbody On Demand. I was a huge naysayer. And the only reason I got started was because my girlfriend asked me to do it with her. That's it. She just asked me to do it with her. And I just said, I'm like, I don't really know if I want to do that. I'm like, is that home workout's not going to work? She's like, please, 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 I don't want to do it alone. So many people are out there right now that are watching you and they just don't want to do it alone. And they probably think they're going to buy your program or they're going to get signed up and you're never going to talk to them again, because that is the majority of the fitness market that is out there. I know that because I bought almost every program on Instagram in my life. And I never got the booty gains that I bought from all the booty programs that I bought because I never had the accountability. I never had the follow-up. I never had the relationship with those trainers. And I do 80-day obsession in a challenge group and my butt gains 2 inches. Holla, been waiting for that my whole life, yo. So you guys have such a gift to present to people. Jessica said, listen, call it Southern Belle. I love that. And then you're fancy. Call it a Southern Belle and then you're fancy. I love that. That's what I do. It's cute. Samara said, I have trouble sharing content other than fitness because I have no life out of going to work and coaching right now. Hey, that is like a really fun thing to share. Like, I don't really have a life either besides the fact that I go out on the boat and I drink and stuff. But you can share that gives you life. And also, like, you can share all your team calls. You can share a lot of things. I'm trying to find hobbies. I heard that there's like a new Harry Potter Pokemon Go thing out there or something like that. And I think that a bunch of people are about that right now or something. I don't even know how that thing works. Going to a wedding this weekend, going to hit the beach first time this summer. So there's something. Absolutely. Talk about how excited you are. Countdowns or something else, y'all. People love a good countdown, right? Because everyone's like, oh, it's coming up. What's she going to wear? Where is she going? Is she going to take me with her? What is happening? So that's another way that you can get people with engagement on your stories. Where we at? Okay, cool. I have trouble showing my vulnerabilities. Yeah, you do, Jenny. Calling you out, girlfriend. Jenny is amazing, by the way, guys. And she has a beautiful little daughter, and she does struggle sharing her vulnerabilities. I think that the best way for you guys to do that, always sharing things in a positive light and asking people, hey, you too, what about you, right? Or if you're thinking about buying something or you're thinking about doing something, ask people for their opinions. People are more likely than not wanting to give you their opinion on something than to be able to join you in something. Does that make sense? Sharing vulnerabilities is something I've done pretty well. You have done that very well. So people do to find me more relatable. Absolutely. Because how many of you have a social media person that you followed in the past that when you followed them, they almost made you feel bad about yourself? You enjoyed following them, but you did kind of feel like shitty about yourself, right? Maybe you're like, oh, I wish I could look like that. You should never, ever, ever follow someone that makes you feel like, oh, I wish I could look like that, ever. Because if that person is providing proper content that makes you feel good, that has good vibes, that is relatable to you, you're never going to feel that way. You're just going to feel inspired, entertained, or motivated, right? Or educated. So that's kind of the way you want to be going across in your social media. So what I want to know from you guys really quick, because we only have a couple minutes left, and I plan on actually doing a working session with you guys tonight, but it's kind of just kept rolling, and I'm enjoying the vibes I'm getting from you guys. I hope that's okay. But I would love to hear from you guys kind of what you think your biggest limiting belief is, or what you tell yourself that you feel is, you know, like if it's like, I don't think that I'm fit enough, or I don't think that people want to work out with me, or I don't think that I can hit Emerald. Like, what is something that you've been telling yourself? Because I'm telling you now, it's going to be a limiting belief, but I want you to put it out there so that we can talk about it. And then what I want to get you to do is I'm going to get you to write the exact opposite thing, and I'm going to get you to put it somewhere where you can see it every single day. I have my goals right here. My things that I want, I have my 11 things in front of me, in front of my computer. Nothing crazy. It's not on a vision board. No pictures, nothing like that. It is literally just sitting right here. Okay, Amanda's saying I don't have enough experience. Enough experience with social media, enough experience with like fitness, enough experience with nutrition, enough experience with what? With fitness. What do you mean with fitness? You got all these programs to back you up, girlfriend. So I have a personal training background. This should give you some serious comfort. I have a kin degree. I have a personal training background. I was CPT, strength and conditioning coach, back and rehabilitation, all this stuff, prenatal care, all these things. And then I started doing these programs. I started following these nutrition plans better than anything I've ever done and or learned through my entire education and certifications. It's literally a gift. That is a limiting belief of yourself, because the thing is that this is better than anything I've ever done. Because the thing is, a lot of the times personal trainers will have a program for you and they'll run you through it, but they don't actually know what to teach you for nutrition. And the other thing is that when people go to get those things, if they do get that whole bundle, it's going to cost them a freaking arm and a leg. And I know that because I used to sell $13,000 personal training contracts. And when people didn't show up for their training sessions, we still had to charge them $50. So not only did they feel like crap for not showing up, but we still charged them and they weren't getting results. So they're not getting results, they're having to pay more, they feel like crap, and that sucks. So you literally just need to think of this as like, we have celebrity trainers, it's proven, they get a 30-day money back guarantee when it doesn't work for them. You love the process, and that you can just help people do it. And the best part is that you literally just get to do it with them. And you get to be like the biggest freaking cheerleader ever. You have this amazing vessel to change people's lives. So, girl, you've got more experience than I does, because these programs are way better than anything I ever learned. It's like the biggest gift ever. So you need to write down that I am officially a fitness professional because I have all of these tools. That is something you need to write down for yourself, and you need to have it in front of you every single day. You need to believe that. Okay. All right. This is going to be a fun little challenge for me. Do all this stuff for you guys. Lexi says, my biggest thing is my identity. I feel like I'm not interesting and that I don't have anything people take into. Are you out of your freaking mind, girl? I'm sorry. Can you please drop your Instagram handle in here so everybody can go and check you out and give you some love? Because that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. You are the most adorable little bean in the entire world. Look at you blushing, silly. Okay, I think you need to write down that you are, I need you to write down that I am absolutely amazing, I am beautiful, and I am inspiring, because that's exactly what you are. So you need to not think those things about yourself. And it's actually funny because my biggest limiting belief was I went to Tony Robbins and I wrote down, I'm annoying. Because I literally, anytime I do something, I always think that, oh my God, it makes me so emotional, gross to say that I'm not annoying, I'm fun, I'm freaking awesome. Like I wrote down like I'm annoying, because I used to think if I commented on someone's picture, or if I was like shouting my team out on social media, or if I was talking about all the wins that my customers had, I'm like, I'm annoying people. People think I'm annoying. Not true. I am freaking awesome. And if anyone thinks I'm annoying, then bye girl, you ain't my tribe. You ain't my tribe. So, all right. I keep telling myself that I have nothing to post about, but I know it's a lie because I made a huge list of things that I can talk about, and I came up with like 2 weeks ago. Girl, that's awesome. That's amazing. I love it. I'd love to know what your list is so I can hold you accountable to posting about it. And also, like, my favorite thing is when Samira's working and she's like sneaking around at work and she's posting about it on social media. I'm really not supposed to be doing this, but I am, because you only live once. That's interesting as hell. I'm almost waiting for you to get caught. It's fun. Sarah says, I hate that I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, social media, fitness, and inviting. So you feel like you don't know what you're doing, but you have all the tools to learn, girlfriend. So many tools. You've got training, you've got the Beachbody Champions page, you've got YouTube, you have all these things. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down that I am equipped to be able to learn and progress in my business because I have all the tools to do so. Because if you start thinking that I don't know what I'm doing, you're going to keep telling yourself you don't know what you're doing. But the thing is, just listening to any type, actually, I want you to listen to, do you have an iPhone? I want you to listen to the Gold Digger podcast by Jenna Kutcher. She is the most inspiring person in the entire world, and she's who I started my business with by listening to her podcast. And she just talks about, like, you are a badass entrepreneur and you can do anything you put your mind to. And she talks about all different types of entrepreneurship, and that's going to help you feel inspired and motivated and know how to post and master social media. You're going to feel good. And then you can say, I'm a freaking gold digger, hardcore. You can write that down by yourself too. Okay, so Morgan said, I feel like I need to have big results before I can build my business. That is a huge thing. A lot of people feel that way. You need to have a massive transformation first, that, you know, people need to see you making a whole bunch of money first, need to see you build your team first. My very first sneak peek I ever did was awful. It was absolute. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Haley, actually, she came to my diamond retreat, walked into the room I did my sneak peek in. She's like, oh my God, you changed my life in this room. But the thing is, if you don't start, then you're never going to move forward, right? So I don't want you to limit yourself to thinking that you have to have these things first, because the thing is, you starting this journey is inspiring to somebody already. By you already like showing up and being on a team call, you want to share those things. Like, look what I'm doing. Look how I'm bettering myself. Look how I'm inspiring other people. And look how I'm improving. Because the thing is that you don't need to have an amazing transformation to start. You just need to start. You need to believe in yourself. So I seriously want you to write down that I believe in myself and I know I'm worthy and I am a successful coach. You have to borrow that confidence from your future self and be like, hey, future Morgan, top 10 coach over there, I'm just going to take some of this confidence and I'm just going to throw it into my stories today and just talk about how freaking awesome I am and how happy I am that I have this amazing community. And just lean in on that, because if you start telling yourself, I don't have a transformation, or I don't have a journey yet, I don't have success yet, then it's going to keep snowballing that way. And you're awesome because you're already on here. So that's like 10 million steps in the right direction. Hey, Vanessa Lau, is that what you said? Has great video content ideas too. Thanks, Samira. Haley said, love your stories, Lexi. Watch every day. What did you get? You're long hair. This is killing me. I feel uninteresting sometimes too, but you definitely seem like you're a cool chick in your post. And we'll get to see you at Summit. Who's going to Summit? See you at Summit. I'm going to die. I'm going to cry like a little baby, little enfant. I'm going to cry everywhere. I have to hide in the back sometimes. Anyone else on here say anything? Taylor, I acknowledge this sponge would be happy to keep. Amazing, cool. So no one else said anything else on here, I don't think, about any things that you guys are having. Tina's like, I just slay life over here with my workouts and my awesome hair, little beaner. So I hope this was helpful for some of you guys. The biggest thing is your limiting beliefs is exactly what's holding you back in your business. And a big part for me was I thought that I couldn't do this business because I was a personal trainer before, because I was scared that everybody that I worked with would judge me and say, what the hell is she doing with these workouts at home? Because that's how I felt when I started, right? If I had not said yes to doing this, if I had not decided that I wanted to go all in, if I had not decided that the fact that I didn't have a transformation yet, that I didn't want to put my moves on social media because I worked at Good Life Fitness where they literally savagely, the personal trainers walk around there and they correct your form in the gym because that's their way of trying to prospect to get people. Could you imagine if you guys if someone approached you on social media, was like, hey girl, your form's shit, do you want to like do a consult with me? You'd be like, I hate you. Like, no thanks. What we do, we connect with people based off similar interests. Like, we connect with people because they like Harry Potter or this Harry Potter Pokemon Go thing. I don't freaking know. Or because they like to drink wine, or because they're single moms, or because they're new moms, or because they have really freaking awesome curly hair and a stellar transformation, let's see, or because they are in between jobs and love fitness but can't figure out what they want to do. Samira, share that stuff, right? So you guys need to really channel and think about how freaking awesome you are. One of my favorite things to do when I wake up in the morning, when I am like 110% dialed into my business, is called Rise and Energize. Danielle and Tony does it. She gets up in the morning when she's supposed to get her workout in. Morning Marathon 100 is coming, so if y'all are going to do it, you better get into your routine anyways. Takes her Energize, does personal development. It's called Rise and Energize. And when you start your day with personal development, and when you sit down and you write down how freaking awesome you are, for who you are grateful for, and why you're grateful for things, you can't start off on a bad foot. And when I sit down and I see right in front of me the goals for my team that I'm going to read out loud to you guys, the things that I want, these are not dream things. These are things that are going to happen. I said top 5 team, not top 10. Nah, scratch top 10 out. Top 5 team, help all my coaches achieve their dreams and goals. Be debt-free, paid off my mortgage in 2 years. 2 years. I want to own a mini yacht and a party boat to take all y'all girls on here to go partying, drinking margaritas and all the things. Take my team on a paid trip. I want to have 3 dogs, 2 kids. Run my business with my husband, which happened today. I wrote this. When did I write this? Last month, girls? My husband told me today he's going to work the business with me.
What?
Manifest this stuff. Literally. And my husband is like, he's a plumber. He doesn't do these things, okay? That I can, oh my gosh, guys, I can cross it off my list. This is fun. And then I said, I want to hit the million club. I want to change more than 300 lives every single year. It's only 25 people a month. Make a superstar diamond team. Minimum 15. Do it not for the rank. Do it for the impact. I want to be in complete remission from my Crohn's disease, and I want to help other people do that too by using Shakeology, using nutrition, using the workouts. And then I said that I want to be able to change people from the inside out, not from the outside in. And those are my freaking things. And I look at this every single day. And you're going to notice on here, I have never, ever, ever, ever said anything about Success Club on here. Because to me, if I put that I have to hit Success Club, that takes away the love and the care behind I need to change people's lives. Because I would much rather meet someone where they're at and help them get started. If that means getting them started with Beachbody On Demand, if that means getting them started with a 3-month bod or a 2-week free trial, I'm going to meet people where they're at and help them get started. Because if they had pushed me to get a challenge pack and didn't listen to me when I first started, I wouldn't be here right now. So you got to meet people where they're at, serve them, and also serve yourself. But if you don't look at your goals every single day, guys, you're going to keep feeling those limiting beliefs every single day. You have to look at your goals every single day. You have to tell yourself that you love yourself every single day. And when you get upset, you have to yell the word bubbles, because it's impossible to say the word bubbles and be angry. And I challenge you to try and do it, and do that with your kids too, if you have kids that are fussy, but you can't. So those are kind of my little pro tips to you guys. I'm really, yes, Brock, I know, what? I can't believe I just crossed it off my list. I forgot. Gonna skip over that one. Jeez, it's so exciting. But I'm really excited you guys came on here tonight. I hope that I was able to provide you with some value, some insight, that you're feeling motivated, that you're able to reach out tonight and inspire other people. I'd love to take a picture with you guys so we can post it in the group, put it on our social media, and then you guys can share this, right? Like every time you guys have a team call, you're able to jump on and share this with people and say, like, I had an amazing call tonight and I learned this, or I feel this way, or I'm so thankful. Like, always, always share when you do something like this. All right, I'm going to take a picture and I'll post it in all the groups so you guys can all have it, so you can put it on your social media. So if you have your cameras off and you want to be on this picture, turn your camera back on. I'm going to see your name and we're going to smile. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Cat. Okay, we're going to do a boomerang too, because boomerangs are really cool. My husband just tagged me in a post because he's all up on Instagram now. Oh, I'm going to be talking about it this morning. He's actually, what time are we at? What he's actually doing is he's prospecting. It's kind of a nice gift for him. He gets look at girls all day and then send me their Instagram profiles. I'm like, you're the one winning, bud. I'm like, let's be serious. So we're starting with that, which is funny. Okay, we're going to do a boomerang here. Are you guys ready for this? Okay, so do we want to do like hair flips, or what do we want to do? Or we want to do like, you guys do whatever you want. I'm going to do a hair flip. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, how fun was that? Oh my God, I'm dying. Yay, I love it. Okay, perfect. I will save that and then I'll post it in the group for you guys. Thank you guys for jumping. Oh, hi, Maya. Hi, baby. I love that little princess. She's so sweet. Samara just said, I forgot what I was reading, but just replacing harsh words with funnier words and smiles. So instead of angry and PO'd, Maya, I say miffed. That's funny. I love it. All right, guys. You guys are amazing. I am so excited to watch you guys crush your goals. And if you guys are not one of my personally sponsored coaches and you ever want to reach out to me, feel free to send me a message at any point in time. You guys are awesome. Rock on. Crush your goals. Chat soon. Bye, guys.